Hola, this recording is to recover Unidad 1, so you can retake your Unidad 1 test. In this unit we covered verbs, the past participle, parts about Colombia, and the present perfect. So we will go through the main concepts for this Unidad. Then there will be some multiple choice questions. These are your password questions, and the answers to these questions make up the password to unlock the retake version of the test. Carefully write down the letters and numbers that go with the correct answers to each password question. You're going to use these to unlock the retake test. Make sure you write down letters in all caps. And if password does not work, you need to email the password that you're using to your teacher, and she can help you fix it. So here are some verbs for you to study. Let me get the Quizlet. So hopefully looking at these verbs, they seem pretty familiar to you, and you know what you're looking at. I'm giving you a second to look through these. So we have devolver, to return a thing, abandonar, to abandon, cerrar, to close, traducir, to translate, poseer, to possess, completar, to complete, acostumbrar, to be accustomed, nacer, to be born, perder, to lose, cancelar, to cancel, responder, to respond, acompañar, to accompany, contar, to count, conducir, to drive, reconocer, to recognize, dar, to give, vestir, to get dressed, mentir, to lie, explicar, to explain, abrazar, to hug, traer, to bring, creer, to believe, dormir, to sleep, preferir, to prefer, venir, to come, sentir, to feel, admitir, to admit, and caer, to fall. So those are all of the verbs that you need to know for your vocab quiz. And the vocab quiz just goes through these verbs. That's all that's on there. And here is the Quizlet that you can study to go along with that. So here is your first password question. Fill in the blank with the correct word and carefully write down the number for the answer. All right, the past participle. The past participle can be used with the verb estar to describe the current state of something. So I could say, la tienda está abierta, the store is open. Or it can be used with haber to say what has happened. So I could say, él ha abierto la tienda, he has opened the store. Or I can use it with the verb ser to make the passive voice. We won't be learning that this year, so I'm not going to talk about it. To make the past participle, for AR verbs, you remove the AR and add ado. For ER and IR verbs, you remove the ER or IR and add evo. Here's a list of some irregular ones that you just have to memorize, but most verbs will fall into this pattern, and then here are your irregulars. So, escoge el participio pasado correcto para escribir. Be sure to write down the correct number for the answer. The present perfect is used to talk about what has happened. It's a combination of the correct form of haber and the past participle. Here are the forms of haber: yo he, tú has, él, ella, usted ha, nosotros hemos, vosotros habéis, and ustedes, ellos han. So an example sentence, yo he hablado con mi madre. I have talked to my mom. So, completa la oración con la forma correcta del presente perfecto. Write down the correct letter for the verb form. And for this one, answer this question. Write down the correct letter for your answer. And lastly, about Colombia, the country we studied this unit. So Colombia está en el norte, the north de Sudamérica, South America. Colombia fue nombrado por Cristóbal Colón. It was named for Columbus. Colombia es productor de café, rosas, oro, y otras cosas. So coffee, roses, and gold, and some other things, some other minerals too. Colombia tiene una de las áreas que recibe más lluvia en el mundo, the place there that receives some of the most rain in the world. Simón Bolívar fue el libertador, and that's how he's known, de Colombia y otros países de Sudamérica. And Alto Perú fue nombrado Bolivia por Simón Bolívar. So they named Alto Perú Bolivia because of Bolívar. So just some facts about Colombia and about Simón Bolívar. Your last password question, contesta la pregunta. ¿De qué país has aprendido? Write down the correct letter for your answer. And I know I went through some of those things very quickly, but there are other resources available to you if you need it. One thing you can use to kind of brush up on the present perfect is watch this Senior Jordan video. He goes through not only how to use it, but also how to make it for most verbs. So that's a really good resource that you should watch if you're still feeling confused about that grammar. You can also watch this recording again if needed. And be sure to look through your original tests to see what you missed and what you can improve on. If you have any questions, set up a learner conference with your teacher. We'd be happy to work with you as you retake your test. Thanks for all your hard work and keep it up. If the password doesn't work, remember email your teacher about it, and buena suerte on your retake.